welcome back to Women4Wealth. So today I want to talk about how you can invest without losing a lot of your money. Because if you're investing to get wealthy, you want to keep all of the money you can. And so let's talk about that a little bit. Very recently, I've had several companies and people reach out to me. I've really been bombarded as of late. There's one company that they do insurance. I can make sure the next generation of your family is wealthy if you just take out this insurance with me. And that's basically the sales pitch. And no fees at all, no fees. Well, I'm an engineer, I'm a numbers person, and so I start asking questions and running some scenarios, and you're right, there wasn't a fee, but there was a cost associated with it. And when I calculated the cost of getting this plan with this company, it was 20%. So yeah, sure, I would have taken out this plan and I would have paid them a fee, but there was still a cost associated with it, and it was 20%. That is very steep. And so I thanked them for their time. I thanked them for going through several scenarios with me. Told them at this time I'm not going to go that route, but I appreciate their time. It was very nice, but did not buy their product. So then something else that's very common right now, there's a huge push right now to use AI, which is basically a intelligent computer system that is programmed with an algorithm, which is basically it's algebra. I mean, it's not complicated, it's not difficult, but these AI investing platforms can take large amounts of data over time and run calculations very quickly, and then they can recommend. Some of them are even hands-off, where you give this company your money, this AI invests and runs it, and you're totally hands-off. Now, I personally do not like this method. I think that computers and technology are great. I mean, I'm an electrical engineer. I obviously enjoy technology. But as we saw just this week with the Microsoft bug, every airline globally was grounded because Microsoft had a bug. When technology works, it's great. When it doesn't, it's not. I don't like the idea of turning over and giving complete control to an AI on my investments. I want to be able to be involved in the decision making, but I also know that I'm not capable. Well, I am capable. I don't have the time to invest in how to figure out what the best method of investing is for me. I'm time constrained. So what I choose to do is I choose to pay someone where that's all he does. His entire career is based on how do I invest to get the most money for my clients. So he is a financial advisor. His name is Michael Brennan, and that's who I invest with. Now, why did I choose Michael? A lot of reasons. Number one, Michael is very patient with me. He explains things to me. We go through together the thought process, multiple scenarios. Should we do this? Should we do that? What should we do? Why are we going to do this? What's the best decision? How do we make it? What's the outcome we predict? He takes time and he goes through this with me. I appreciate that. I do not believe in investing in something you don't understand. So he takes the time to explain it to me, make sure I understand it and I'm comfortable with it. And then I give him approval and he moves forward. So it's a hands-on investment with someone to help guide me who's an expert. So I don't have to take time to become the expert myself. I can use his knowledge. I can use his years of expertise and experience to my benefit. Now, my personal investing, Michael charges me 1%. My company, he charges me 0.5%. Why is there a difference in fee? Well, because my personal is a lot less than my company investment. So my company investment is a lower percentage because it's a much, much larger amount of money. And so that's why there's a difference. But that's a good point. Ask. If you're talking to someone, ask them, hey, can we negotiate on the fee rate? Do we have some flexibility on that? You might be surprised. He or she might be like Michael and say, yeah, since it's a larger amount for your company, I'll basically half my fee, which I'm very appreciative that Michael did that for me. A lot of people I've seen online too that they say do not pay more than 0.3% in a fee. Well, 0.3% in a fee, if you look at it, that is basically you opening up a Schwab account, which is what I use. I use Charles Schwab as my investing vehicle. It's basically you open up one of those and using their recommendations for you to invest. So you lose out on the expertise and the experience that someone like Michael brings to the table. Now, I think that's great if you want to get just absolutely bare bones. You're going to have to pay some way. Either you pay with a fee, you pay with a cost, or you pay with your time. I choose to utilize Michael as my expert, use his expertise, his years of experience, and he guides me in my investing, and that way I don't have to take the time to personally become an expert. I do take time to meet with him and go through the strategy and what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, why we're going to do it. I think that's important. Link below to my other video on don't invest in something you don't understand. Michael's a great guy, but he's just one financial analyst. He's not the first one I've had, but I can tell you he's the best one I've worked with. Again, I've been bombarded. As of late, I've talked to a lot of people. And part of why I do that is so that I can be educated enough to tell you what I do and why I do it, because the knowledge and the understanding I think is important. So if you have someone approach you about investing, make sure they're a teacher. Make sure there's someone that's going to take the time to explain to you, go through multiple scenarios, make sure you feel comfortable with what they're going to do, why they're going to do it, because at the end of the day, you and only you are responsible for your wealth vehicle. How you get from where you are today to wealth is up to you. You have to drive and steer that ship. I like having an expert to guide me and advise me. Maybe you have the time to become that expert yourself. I think that's great. Maybe you feel comfortable with an AI investment advisor. If that's the case, again, make sure you research and understand that particular AI platform. So I've kind of gone through several things today. I will leave Michael Brennan's contact information below. You're welcome to reach out to him, tell him Heather sent you. I'm not telling you you have to use Michael, I'm just saying that's what I do today. But I do wish you the best in your journey to wealth. Thank you.